Hi, Pisces. This is your reading for August 2020. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising Pisces. Remember, this is a general reading, and I pray that all of you receive at least one or two messages that will guide you through August, if not more. So, yeah. As I was meditating on the energy of Pisces, I asked Spirit for words that will kind of describe the energy that you'll be experiencing, or just that will help you understand the energy, I guess. So we have, for Pisces, liberation. And then I heard no longer sacrificing self for others. And I pulled a blind spot oracle. And you got transcendental escapism, which is not surprising for Pisces, right? Pisces are good at escaping, dissociating, kind of. So what this transcendental escapism means is using spiritual practice to avoid the physical. The physical reality. So, it's likely that if you're feeling emotions rise in August, or challenges or obstacles, and you are turning to your spiritual practice, which is good. It's not a bad thing to do that. But if you're solely turning to your spiritual practice and not kind of bringing it down and applying it into physical reality, and you're feeling stuck and kind of unable to work through it, it's likely that what would help you through it is to come into the present, come into your body, come into your physical reality, and find out what you're feeling. And try to rediscover why you're feeling that way. I'm going to push this back a little. I feel like I'm scooting down to be in the, okay. Yeah. So maybe you're not paying attention to your body. Maybe your body is trying to tell you that something is wrong, or that you need a rest, or that you're not feeling comfortable, you know? But because we are not connected into the physical or into our physical being and staying up here in the ethereal body, it's time to come down, bring the ethereal into the physical and work from that space, because we're both spirit and human. We're both in the ethereal and in the physical. And to deny one part of yourself is to be separated from self. Which I feel like is why no longer sacrificing self for others, right? When it's no longer taking the parts that are accepted by those around us, those who love us, and only identifying with those parts of ourselves rather than identify or, being connected and allowing all parts of ourselves to exist and to take part in this physical reality. Just don't want to talk. $320. All right. All right, so first we have, moving on, Six of Swords. This is mentally moving forward. Then we have the Emperor. It says authority. So like reclaiming the authority over your life and who you are in the world, or how you want the world, or how you want to present yourself in the world even. You could be dealing with an Aries. Perhaps there's an Aries trying to strip you of your power. And then you have the Wisdom card, or the Hierophant. And this is like rediscovering the wisdom that you hold within you. Because Pisces comes in with a lot of wisdom, a lot of ancient wisdom. It's not really known where this wisdom comes from, but it's present. Perhaps there's a Taurus in your life who is going to help you with this journey, or kind of help you, or like assist you in rediscovering this wisdom within you. Okay, and then we have accelerated motion, which is the Eight of Wands. And I feel like in August, you're going to be receiving a lot of messages from Spirit. It almost feels like once you take the first steps into regaining your wisdom, into re-knowing who you are, into liberating yourself and coming down into the physical, bringing all of that spiritual down to the physical, things will start to go really quickly. In that fast pace, you have the base chakra. And so I feel like in that fast paced motion, it can really rock you to your core. So it's very important to stay grounded. And really start to build that foundation and have a strong confidence and knowing in who you are. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, or the Two of Swords. The waiting game. I kind of feel like if it does get shaky or rocky for you, if your confidence is rocked and your self-confidence gets a bit stifled, I just feel rocked. I hear rocked. You know, like when you get punched in the face and you get rocked. You don't get knocked out, but you like sort of lose your footing and like, not that I've ever been punched in the face, but I've been head butted by my kids and you just kind of get wobbly, you know? I feel like this is what happens. It's kind of the waiting game. Like you lose self-confidence in moving forward, but this being rocked is trying to show you that you do have the capability and the power within you to trust yourself, have confidence in yourself. You have stand your ground with the solar plexus. So it's like, yes, you may have gotten rocked, but you're not down and out. You're not completely knocked out. Have confidence and have faith in your ability and your capability to roll with the punches. You've trapped in fear at the bottom of the deck. If you find yourself trapped in fear, know that if you just release yourself from this fear, material harvest, Nine of Pentacles, Spirit will guide you. Spirit has your back. Okay, so you're stuck in my deck. I shed a lot, apparently. Okay, so moving on. We have the Emperor again. So I feel like this is somebody taking away your power. whether it's an Aries or just somebody who has authority over you, whether it's a boss or partner or even an ex, you know what I mean? Somebody that you've separated from, that you were with for a very long time, that sort of made you forget what it felt like to have balance of being able to receive as well as give. Four of Swords. Now it's time for going back and taking a time out and allowing yourself to heal from this. Allowing yourself to rest, allowing yourself to recover, rejuvenate. It almost feels like this person really made you feel like you were of no value whatsoever. And now you've moved on, but you're still stuck in a state of not having any value and still kind of going through that cycle of sacrificing who you are and your own wants and needs to make other people happy so as not to be alone. It's very exhausting, right? To live a life that doesn't feel true. You start to build resentment. Towards the person who you feel like you're trying to make happy by shifting yourself, or trying to gain the recognition and the notoriety by the people whose opinion you value by shifting yourself. Okay, so I don't normally read in reverse because I feel like I can feel when the reversals are meant to be, but this death card came out in reverse and it just kind of feels prevalent. So then with the Emperor again, the authority figure, we have the Five of Coins. It's making you feel left out in the cold, taking everything that you have and leaving you with nothing, making you feel empty and betrayed. That's how it feels. But even though we felt this way, it's almost like you're resisting going through that death process. Which is understandable because it's very scary to completely alter your life and put yourself out there when all you've experienced is this, one trying to be yourself. The universe is saying, now's the time to truly embrace that part of you, the part of you that gives you power. And having confidence in the fact that the part of you that holds that power is not going to mirror or mimic these other people in the sense that you are not going to hold your power over them, over other people in your life. Does that make sense? Because you went through this experience before, and because you've experienced being powered over, and having the opportunity and the blessings from the universe to embrace your power now, will keep you completely conscious and aware of how you treat other people. Like, it's almost like you had to go through it and feel what it feels like to remind you not to do that for people, to people, power over people. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I need some water. I feel like you need to speak up. Speak your truth. I just got really like way in the back of my throat, like stuck. Your truth is there waiting to come out. Like it's waiting to be spoken. It's waiting to be spoken into reality in the physical world instead of just living up in the ethereal realms as a concept. It's ready to be manifested. To manifest for you means speaking it into reality. And this, I can feel it. It's like pure energy stuck in the back of my throat. All right, so Hierophant, wisdom, Taurus, possibly, is going to bring you to a place where you are ready to go into action. Or maybe this Taurus is going to bring you opportunities to go into action. Where are you going? You're going to just go forward and find that self-confidence within you. Find that love of self. Put yourself first before others. Allow yourself to create your own reality and build. What are you building? Well, what better than to build a palace of cups for Pisces? A place where you can feel at home, be in your emotion, and be in the physical, be in the spirit, and be in the physical world. A place where you can float around and be fluid and not be restricted by the physical world. Pisces is very ethereal. I get it. I understand it. It's very easy to drift off. And not be present. And being in the spiritual world feels more comfortable to Pisces than being in the physical world. But you came here as a human being to experience the physical world and to Become the embodiment of the highest expression of self that you could be. Right? You are the divine experiencing itself as itself in the physical world. So embrace it. Allow the divine to experience the physical world through you. Doesn't mean you have to disconnect from it. Just bring it down into the physical with you. Okay, so what are these messages that we're receiving? What are they? Interesting. Okay, so accelerated motion, fast-paced incoming messages, right? Three of Wands. You know what your purpose is. You know what you're meant to do in this world. You sit with it every day in the ethereal world of your own inner self. You know what it is. And Spirit is trying to confirm that to you. But for some reason, you keep on lying to yourself that it's not true. That it won't get you what it is that you crave or that you need in order to not want to escape. And so you remain stuck in that survival mode of fight, flight, or freeze. It's time to move forward. It's time to realize that what you fear the most, and what is it? Not having connection. Not having connection to another being. Not having connection to something outside of yourself. Why? Because we refuse to be connected to what is inside of us. Embracing the truth and moving forward with it. Receiving that which Spirit is trying to offer you. Taking that in as part of you and just taking a step forward. I knew it would come out. I knew it would be here. Okay, so base chakra, getting grounded into the physical world, will bring you the Ace of Coins. You will have the opportunities to build the foundation and have the life that you want to live. It may not be exactly what you pictured it would be, but it will be something that is completely fulfilling and completely what feels right and what feels true to you. Seven of Wands. This is the same as the stand your ground. However, I feel like it's you being still defensive about coming and being grounded into reality. And so then I ask, or I challenge you to ask yourself why being connected into physical reality and into your physical body, why is it so bad? Yes, you feel a lot. Pisces feels everything. But you're meant to feel everything. Don't be afraid of feeling. So you have the Two of Swords here. It's a lot of doubles in this reading. What are you waiting for? I feel like in August, even if you're afraid to take that first step forward, make the decision that it's time to make that first step forward. Practice grounding. Practice being in your body. Do it just a little bit every day. Like, wean yourself into it instead of diving right into it, because it may be a shock for you. It may be too much for you to handle at one time. So do it a little bit at a time. Plant the seeds for allowing something to change in the future. It doesn't have to change right now. So just make that decision. Slowly integrating yourself into self. The waiting game. I feel like this is you needing to make that decision, but sort of planting your feet in the ground, not necessarily wanting to move forward, which is fine. Like, make the decision to plant your feet in the ground. And then integrate feeling present within your body just a little bit every day. But Spirit really wants you to move forward from wanting to feel disconnected from your physical body, from feeling in your physical body. Like, Spirit really wants you to move forward from the fear of being connected in your physical body. You're here. You are the King of Cups. You're meant to embrace your truth. You're meant to step into your truth. You are meant to embrace your power as the King of Cups so that you can create the Ten of Cups, your ultimate destination, your ultimate reality, whatever it is that you decide is your palace of abundance in the physical world. Okay, so let's pull an oracle card from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. Elena, I keep saying Elena, Alana. I'm not sure even how you say it. Elena. All right, so we got spirals of manifestation. It's very pretty. All right, it says, the creative, rebellious path of love moves in spirals. It is not linear. Sometimes our mind decides that the way forward is to take clear steps from one point to the next logical point. However, there is genius within that can guide us on an alternative route. If there is an unnecessary pothole or delay in typical linear path of progression, and the curved loop in the path will be quicker, more fun, and more beautiful, then why not allow yourself to be guided to that path? This can happen through trust and wisdom rather than rigid adherence to what on the surface appears to be logical progression. You are in the midst of you are in the midst of a spiral of manifestation. Something is coming into being, even if you think it is further away than ever before. How amazing it will seem when what you have been dreaming of falls into place. Suddenly what you have been thinking of creating will plunk into your reality, seemingly out of nowhere because it's just around the bend. Just out of view on the spiral of manifestation, and you could not see it coming. In truth, it was coming to you all along. This oracle has a message for you. Sometimes when we feel the furthest away from what we want, we are actually closer than ever before. Just one turn on the spiral loop of creation can see your manifestation taking root in the world. You must hold true to your faith and keep working on your progress. Forget believing it when you are seeing it. Any old soul or young soul can do that. You are a bigger, braver, more ancient soul. You are a bigger, braver, more ancient soul. You have enough chutzpah to believe it so that you can see it sooner, bigger, and brighter. Do not give in to those who tell you it should have happened already or that you have failed. They are just suffering from a lack of patience and understanding, as well as an arrogant assumption that their notion of timing is somehow superior to the greater divine timing at play in life. Be in goodwill with yourself and the universe. All is unfolding perfectly, whether you feel it right now or not. This oracle brings a message to you about the perfect synchronicities that are taking place in your life. You may have started to notice these already. When we live from the heart, honor our creative center, and choose unlikely but loving, rebellious ways to be in the world, we will begin to notice synchronicity every day. It is as though the universe is speaking to us intimately on all matters, which of course it is. This oracle reminds you that there is no point in rushing to the bus stop. If you are way too early, you're just wasting your time. Better to live your life at a more appropriate pace and get there at the right time. You don't need the anxiety that comes from rushing towards your destiny. Try not to worry quite too much about the future. You'll attract what you want and need so much more enjoyably if you relax and deal with the here and now. Very powerful words, wisdom. So, focus on the present. Be here, be present within yourself, in your environment, and in your surroundings. I hope that was helpful. My fan's making noise behind me. Okay, so, yeah. If you liked it, if you found it helpful, if you resonated with it, leave a comment and let me know. If you like the video, like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm available for personal readings. All the information will be below. I hope you have a wonderful August, and I'll talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye.